How are you? Good Thursday evening to you, everyone. It is good to see you, and it is good to be seen by you. I hope everybody's having an absolutely wonderful Thursday evening, because I certainly am. And I, of course, who am I to have a good evening? Who am I to wish you a good evening? I, of course, am your Dungeon Delver, the host, and I hope you're well. I hope everyone is doing hunky and or dory this Thursday evening. Now, there's fun stuff went down today. I mentioned this on Monday, and we did a little video about it just before the Monday show. Wow, did things get crazy. Adam France, Death Angel, I'll say hi to you guys in just a minute. But anyway, the Gygax reading chair was dedicated in Lake Geneva today, and that was a really awesome thing. The Gygax reading chair at the Lake Geneva Public Library. Paul Stormberg was in attendance, of course. There are really cool pictures. I'll share them over. I'll share them over in discussion areas on YouTube, or if you're on Facebook and you follow those August folks, you may already be. You may have already won. You may already be aware. You may have already seen that. But anyhow, anyway, anytime. So, hello, Ricky, Death Angels, Grognard, Kabuki, Wookie, Adam, Franz, Vaughn. Are we having sound issues? Check. Nope, I'm seeing mic sounds. But anyway, let's see. Who else? Vertical View. Greetings. Hello, Vertical View. So some questions came in. Are we doing Cyberpunk 2022.01 or compatible? We are doing Cyberpunk 2022.01 or compatible is how we are rolling with this. The PDF that I have, and I think the physical copy that I've got over here-ish somewhere, right here. This is 3002, Cyberpunk 3002. So my physical copy doesn't say, but we've got the PDF. It's what you guys are going to see on the screen is going to be Cyberpunk 2.02, I think, which has a little bit of new art and something included in it called screen sheets. So that's going to be what we are going to use for our cyberpunking tonight. Now, cyberpunk, in case you're not familiar, is a world of corporations gone mad, of collapsing governments, of rampant street crime, of technology run amok. You know, kind of like exactly how things are now. Except we don't have holes bored in the side of our skulls with a coax cable going in, where we risk being brain electrocuted if we torrent stuff. That's literally about the only difference. And the flying cars and robotic limbs. So it's we basically got none of the cool stuff. You know, we got none of the cool stuff. Where's my replicant? Where's my holographic girlfriend? Where's my brain interface to the internet? No, I got the corporate cops. I got the cybernetic oligarchy, but so yeah, so that's going on. I used to have a sizable, well, probably not as these things go. I had a good collection of cyberpunk material. I had Listen Up, You Primitive Screwheads. I had the second, third, and fourth Chromebooks. I had Maximum Metal, Home of the Brave, Cyberpunk 2020 version 1. And then I just decided, I never play Cyberpunk. I'm just going to let this stuff go. So I kind of started bringing it all back. I started bringing it all back because Cyberpunk, ironic comments about, the state of the future. Greetings, Jorge. Aside, I think it's a genre that merits revisiting because I never fell out of love with things like Blade Runner, Ghost in the Shell, Akira, of course, the Sprawl trilogy, the Bridge trilogy, Snow Crash, the Diamond Age. I never fell out of love with that stuff. And so much music. Frontline Assembly, Front 242, Revco, just so much great electronic music from the 90s. KMFDM, all of that fantastic stuff. No, I got it in there, Death Angels. I said the Sprawl trilogy and the Bridge trilogy. That should be enough. But anyway, so I said, you know what? I'm going to go and I'm going to take a look at the game. Now, let me ask you guys something. I don't know how doable this is. I don't know if this is something I can make happen. I don't want you guys to run out and pester the man. But would you like me to reach out to and see if I could get Mike Pondsmith to come on the show and say hello and talk about working in the industry? If that sounds like something that you'd like to do, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please say so. And we will do that. I don't know him. I have no personal relationship with him. I have never interacted with him in any way, but maybe he'd be willing to come on. Roll up a rocker boy. I don't remember what we did. But anyway, yeah, I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that. I look horrible. This light over here is like too close and it's pointing straight at my face. Can you guys hang on literally just half a minute? I cannot stand to see. I look like a Cider Boys beer bottle label, like half orange and half strawberry. Let me adjust my lights. That looks dreadful. So hang on. I'll talk to you guys while I do this. But anyway. So there's something else. There's something else to discuss. And I will discuss it with you when I get back over to the table. Because I want to clear the air. Clear air is good air. And to err is human. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. I appreciate it. But anyway, to continue on from where I was, I'm looking for the ticket. Netrunner or a Decker and Shadowrun. We're not. Yeah, we're not. We're not, unfortunately, doing the Shadowrun thing. Shadowrun was never my jam. But anyway, we're gonna get into it in just a second to what we're doing. But there is one thing that I do want to mention, and that is that there may be a change on the Friday night game. Not schedule. We'll still play on Friday night. It would be a change from a standpoint of game, of what we actually play. I know you guys love Gamma World, and we'll keep it science fiction. But we'll see. I'll keep you posted. As things progress, I'll keep you posted. It may not. It may not. But anyway, enough of this jibba jabba. Fools, let's take a look at Cyberpunk and the creation of a character. So let's, of course, let's bring this over here. And I'll open this up, window. And let's add it to stream. So here we have, this is beginning of the creation of a character. So we talked about roles. Right? We had nomads, solos, rocker boys, and so on. I feel like, without getting into the specifics of net running, I think going with probably, I don't know. I feel like a solo is probably our best bet, right? You guys want to go with a solo? So we'll go with a solo. I love this gun. This is the most ridiculous gun in the world. Look at that. There's literally no room for a bolt. If you had a gun that small and pulled the trigger, and look at the bore size, look at the magazine size. He's got room for 2 bullets, which is fine, because if he pulls the trigger, all of this, everything north of the trigger is just going to blossom out into a lovely daisy shape. And then he can go get that hand, that cybernetic hand that he's always wanted. So let's go ahead and get to it. And then this knife, which is of the bit of broken glass I found on the ground School of Blade Design. And the always present but completely useless sawtooth on the back of it. Good for getting stuck in whatever you're trying to stab, right? It could be gyrojet rounds. It could even be an energy weapon. I should be nicer. I know. And we could sit here and just pick apart the art of every RPG, right? Seriously, what the hell is wrong with that front tire? I'll stop. I'm sorry. Okay. So we have characters. Now let's talk about life path. And what is life path? Life path is actually a pretty cool system of character generation. It is a flow chart of character generation. And we have many, many choices. So we can do one of 3 ways. We do cinematic, which is point buy, random, roll 9d10 and total them. You have this many character points. And then fast, 1d10 for each stat, 9 in all, re-rolling any scores of 2 or less. Place rolls in each stat as desired. And then cinematic. I don't know. I'm feeling random tonight. Let's use that fun die roller that we've got and do 9d10, right? So let's have a gander. Let's come over here. And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hopefully this will roll up on the screen. Although I guess you guys won't see it since I'm over here. You know what? We'll do this real quick. We'll roll them, and then we'll go back to the book. Didn't pop up on the thing. There it is. Okay. So we've got a total of 34. That ain't good. that ain't good. Our solo may be Barney Fife. So let's open up Notepad, and I'll put the book back up over here. $34 character points. So we have 34 character points, and we have a solo. All right, so we have our 34 points, and what do we do with them? Statistics. We have statistics. So let's go down the list, and we'll list the statistics on our character sheet. No, I don't have a character sheet. I just have Notepad open. You know, people are like, what's the best character sheet? Can I download a character sheet? Do you have a fillable PDF? Just use a piece of paper. You know where everything is then, because you wrote it on the sheet yourself. Bunny ears cop. Let's see. No Windows. I'm not going to restart. All right. So let's look at our stats. We'll come back to life path in a little bit. So intelligence. Reflexes. Now, this is a combined index covering not only your basic dexterity. Please stop that. Covering not only your basic dexterity, but also how your level of physical coordination will affect feats of driving, piloting, fighting, and athletics. Characters who intend to engage in a great deal of combat, such as solos, nomads, or rocker boys, should always invest the highest possible reflex. So we're going to have to take almost a third of our character points. A third of our character points. All right. We're not assigning numbers yet. Cool, CL. This measures how well your character stands up to stress, fear, pressure, physical pain, and or torture. In determining your willingness to fight on despite wounds or your fighting ability under fire, cool is essential. It is also a measure of how together your character is and how tough he appears to others. Rocker boys and fixers should always have a high cool, with solos and nomads having the highest of all. Again, it's not looking good for Barney Fife. Technical ability, tech. This is an ability of how well you relate to hardware and other technically oriented things. In Cyberpunk, the ability to use and repair technology is of paramount importance. Tech will be the stat used when fixing, repairing, and attempting to use unfamiliar tech. While all characters should have a decent tech stat, potential techies should always opt for the highest possible score in this area. Luck. This is the intangible something that throws the balance of events into your favor. Your luck represents how many points you may use each game to influence the outcome of a critical event. To use luck, you may add any or all of the points of luck a character has to a critical die roll, declaring your intention to use luck before the roll is made until all of your luck stat is used up. Luck is always restored at the end of each game session. Attractiveness. This is how good looking you are. In Cyberpunk, it's not enough to be good. You have to look good while you're doing it. Attitude is everything. Attractiveness is especially important to medics and rocker boys, but being good looking is part of their job. Excuse me, medias and rocker boys. Medias. I was going to say medics. That's all right. Let me make a note of those real quick. So we have cool and tech and luck. Attractiveness. Movement allowance. This is an index of how fast your character can run, important in combat situations. The higher your MA, the more distance you can cover in a turn. Run to determine how far your character can run in a single combat round. 3.2 seconds. I love that extra 0.2 you gave us there, Maximum Mike. 3.2. Not 3.1, not 3.3, 3.2. No more, no less. Multiply your MA by 3. The character can run 3 times this distance in a full 10-second turn. Write this in the run section of your hard copy form. So we'll do MA, run, and leap. Leap. To determine how far your character can leap from a running start, divide your run by 4, and that goes under leap. Empathy. This stat represents how well you relate to other living things, a measure of charisma and sympathetic emotions. In a world alienated, future shock survivors, the ability to be human can no longer be taken for granted. Empathy, EM, is a critical blank character sheet. Look at those skills. Welcome to the 90s. Come on. Critical when leading, convincing, seducing, or perceiving emotional undercurrents. Empathy is also a measure of how close he/she is to the line between feeling human being and cold-blooded cyber monster. Between feeling human being and cold-blooded cyber monster. Humanity. This is a measure of the toll cybernetics takes on your ability to relate to other living things. Multiply your EMP by 10. So we have for every 10 points of humanity loss, you will automatically lose 1 EMP. This can have a serious effect on any empathy-related skills, as well as forcing you to the edge of cybernetic-induced psychosis. Body type. Strength, endurance, and constitution are all based on the character's body type. Body type determines how much damage you can take in wounds, how much you can lift or carry, how far you can throw, how well you recover from shock, and how much additional damage you cause with physical attacks. Body type is important to all character types, but to solos, rocker boys, and nomads most of all. So body type we have there. So it's going to be fun trying to scrape 34 character points over all of this. You may carry up to 10 times your body type in kilograms. That's about twice that in freedom units. And deadlift 40 times. Save number. Your character's save number is a value equal to your body type. To make saves, you must roll a value on 1d10 equal to or lower than this number. There are 2 types of saves in Cyberpunk. Stun saves. When you take damage in Cyberpunk or have been exposed to knockout drugs, you will be required to make a stun save. If you fail a stun save, you will automatically be knocked out of combat and be unable to recover until you can make a successful stun save in a following combat turn. You may make 1 save every turn until you succeed. Death. When you have been mortally wounded, see Friday Night Firefight, or when you have encountered certain types of poisons, you need to make a save against death. On a failed roll, your body bank fodder. All right, so let's do stun save. Yeah, Jimmy, I know what you're saying. Like, when I wore contacts, was I less of a human? I don't know. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I mean, if you're a little kid with a cochlear implant, are you like an emotionless killing machine? So Barney. So this is Barney. We have 34 points. Intelligence. I feel like we have to at least put 4 points in int. So intelligence 4. Reflexes. Wasn't Barney always attempting to do judo? Let's put 4 in there as well. So we are already down 8. We have 26 points left. Cool. Cool Barney was not 2. So we now have 24. Tech. There's kind of a minimum of it, so let's go with a tech of 3. Luck. Barney's gonna need a lot of luck. I'm gonna invest a full 5 points in luck. Attractiveness. I don't think we really need to worry about that. Let's go with a 3 in attractiveness. Movement allowance. Empathy. Now I got to bring the calculator up here because we need to. Points is getting lean. So let's see here. We got 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. We have 6 more points to spend. We have humanity and body type. And our death save and our stun save. We literally have 6 points and 6 stats. Let me make sure. 1, 2. Oh no, that's right. Those are figured. So I have 4. So we're going to give him humanity of 2, body type of 1, stun save of 3, or stun save of 2, and a death save of 1. So there's Barney. There is Barney. So, for those who didn't follow along, Barney's highest stat is luck at 5. Here are his stats: intelligence 4, reflexes 4, cool of 2, tech of 3, luck of 5, attractiveness of 3, movement allowance of 3, empathy of 4, humanity of 2, body type 1, stun save of 2, and a death save of 1. So, yeah. Barney's lucky that he's in a small town. So now that we have those basic stats, now that we have Barney's basic stats, no, not with the 9d6. Yes, he has 1 bullet in his pocket. Not 9d6. The what is it? 10d10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, the 9d10. That's attractiveness. That's attractiveness. So anyway, let's continue. His body type, he is weak. He is extremely weak. So very, very weak. He can lift 10 kilograms or about 22 freedom units. So his body type modifier is 0. All right. So we're not doing a quick and dirty expendable here. We're making a character. Gosh darn it, Mike. Life path. Okay. Let's talk about Barney's life path. That's a much nicer drawing. A more ridiculous gun, but a nicer drawing. I remember she told me she was born in Miami about 2004 or so. She was pretty sure. Because she could still remember what it had been like when the Euros rocked Washington and the near miss took out Tampa. She had these incredible blue eyes, clear through and through, like crystals of lace, and a smile from a magazine's dream. Of course, the eyes were Technics 2350s, and the smile really was from a magazine. Nice biosculpt job. It didn't matter how much was real in the end. I still fell hard for her. I'm that type. Johnny Silverhand. Tales from the street. It's like climbing out of the cloning bank. All right. Dress in personal style. Roll 1d10 3 times, once per column, to decide what your style is. Woohoo! And we're going to come back and we're going to roll that on the screen. So let's take a look. All right. 1, 2, 3. 882. All right. 882. Normal clothes, neat and short hair, and mirror shades. I love it. He really is Barney Fife. Except he's got him some aviators. Ethnic origins. Okay. Choose or roll one nationality. Oh, we got to roll. We got to roll. See what kind of Barney Fife we get from where. Two. He is an African Barney Fife. All right, so he is African. Nip it in the bud. Family background. All right, family ranking. Here we go. Put that up real quick. All right. Choose or roll one. Corporate exec, manager, blah, 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 blah. Okay. We're rolling here. They see me rolling. Can I do this? No, that won't work. Because it... See, I can't go to group layout. All right. Well, we'll roll it, and I'll tell you guys what it is, because I can't keep shifting back and forth like that. A 5. Family ranking. His family is a pirate fleet. Pirate fleet. Oh, my gosh. Go to parents. All right. Another roll. And we got a 10, a big 10. Something has happened to one or both parents. Go to something happened to your parents. All right, let's roll this. A 1. Your parents died in warfare. I don't know. It's shaping up to be that way. All right. Go to family status. Let's go to family status. All right. Another D10 roll. 1 to 6, family status in danger, and you risk losing everything if you haven't already. Or family status is okay, even if parents are missing or dead. Family status in danger. Childhood environment. Your childhood was? Choose a roll one. Oh, we're rolling. We're rolling, Mike. Nah, let him cook. On a corporate-controlled farm or research facility. Let's say a corporate-controlled farm. Monsanto just kind of took over Africa. Mom and Dad didn't like that. Go to siblings. Oh, we forgot to go to family tragedy. We got to go to family tragedy. We got to do that. Family tragedy. 4. Family imprisoned and you alone escaped. All right, let's see. What do we got here next? All right, we already did childhood environment. Siblings. You may have up to 7 brothers and sisters. Roll 1d10. 1 to 7 is equal to the number of siblings. On 8 to 10, you are an only child. And we got a 1. I have one other sibling. Roll 1d10. Even the sibling is male, the sibling is female. We may need to roll up Barney's more competent sister. Or brother. And my brother is... younger than me. I have a younger brother. For each sibling, choose or roll their feelings. Here we go. 1 to 2, sibling dislikes you. 3 to 4, sibling likes you. 5 to 6, sibling neutral. 7 to 8, they hero worship you. 9 to 10, they hate you. I hate you! All right, let's roll it. 3, sibling likes me. Woohoo! Killed him in warfare and imprisoned in that order. Take him to Detroit. All right, go to motivations. Now, Vaughn was talking about all this being random. It does say choose. And I mean, I would let a character choose these various traits if they were like, look, I don't want to roll this. But it can be fun. It can be fun. And this is almost a traveler-like thing, except it's your whole life, not just your career. That's old Grognard. I love Kentucky Fried Movie. I absolutely love it. You know, when the alarm's going off in the base, come in. Gets me every time. All right. So personality traits. Let's roll. Rebellious, antisocial, and violent. Oh, yeah, I love a fistful of yen. You must concentrate. This is not a charade. Person you value most, choose or roll 1. All right, let's roll it. We value a public figure the most. What do you value the most? Money, honor, your word, honesty, knowledge, vengeance, love, power, having a good time, and friendship. What if the thing we value the most is the friends we made along the way? That's actually kind of wholesome. 10, and it is friendship. Guys, I'm actually becoming a little bit attached to this dude. You know, he's a skinny kid suffering from the effects of famine. His mom and his dad, they stood up to agricorps who were basically green paving Africa from coast to coast, and he watched them get unalived right before his eyes. He grabbed his baby brother and ran, but was grabbed by the agricorp who stuck them in an orphanage where basically they had to work the farms constantly, and he escaped. A public figure who would have helped him out would have been a reforming politician, and since he didn't really have his family that long, he values friendships the most. But inside he's cold-hearted, and it's tough for him to view anything with a silver lining. I like this character. How do you feel about most people? Neutral, 1 to 2. I like almost everyone. 3. I hate almost everyone. 4. People are tools. Use them for your own goals and discard them. 5. 6. Every person is a valuable individual. 7. People are obstacles to be destroyed if they cross me. 8. People are untrustworthy. Don't depend on anyone. 9. Wipe them all out and give the place to the cockroaches. 10. People are wonderful. Let's roll it. Here we go. 8. People are untrustworthy. Don't depend on anyone. So if you make friends with them, I mean, that's a big fence to get over. Okay, what do we got next? Your vote, most valued possession. Choose or roll 1. A weapon, a tool, a piece of clothing, a photograph, a book, a diary, a recording, a musical instrument, a piece of jewelry, a toy, or a letter. 10. A letter. All right. Look, I know the stats are a little bit wonky, but the mental image I'm getting of this character is actually really cool. I would totally run it. Life events. You know where you came from and what you look like. Now let's take a look at the major events that made you what you are. Roll 2d6 plus 16 to determine your character's age, or pick any age 16 or greater. For each year of your character's life past 16, roll 1d10. Check the chart below and go to that section of life path. What happens there is the major event that shaped your character's life for that year. When you're done, come back here and roll the next year's main event. Wow. Okay, so let's do it. 2d6 plus 16, and we've got 7. So we have 7 rolls on the chart, and that makes him 23. So we have 7 rolls on the chart. Come on. Come on. There we go. First roll on the chart. Four. Friends and enemies. Come on. Let's see. Roll 1d10. On a 1 to 5, you made a friend. On a 6 to 10, you made an enemy. Let's see. So this first year, we made a friend. And this friend is a partner or coworker. That partner or coworker is a lady friend. And I just wanted to prevent the next Steven Seagal movie. Steven Seagal prevented the next Steven Seagal movie at least being released where we'd have to put up with it when he ran away to Russia to get away from criminal charges. Okay. So let's see. We got another life event. So that's one. Next life event. Big problems, big wins. Roll 1d10. On an even, we scored big. Disaster strikes. Roll 1d10. Six. Lover, friend, or relative killed. You lost someone you really cared about. 1 to 5, they died accidentally. 6 through 8, they were murdered by unknown parties. 9 to 10, they were murdered, and you know who did it. You just need the proof. All right. I think our first friend we made that year. Yeah, so our friend was killed. All right, next one. Next one is a 7. What do we get on a 7? Come on. 7 is romantic involvement. This poor guy's life is tragedy. So what do we got for romantic life? How it worked out. Happy love affair. Go back to life events. 5, tragic love affair. 6 to 7, love affair with problems. 8, fast affairs and hot dates. Go back to life events. So let's see. Let's roll it. 3, happy love affair. All right. Yes, I'm sorry, to Wade. You can get this on drive-through RPG. And I think this one was $14.99, which is a little steep, but it's still a perfectly playable and good system. So I don't think it's that bad. And I think there's a print version of it available, but don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. Go check it out. So we have 3 more events to roll for here. And to keep having to come back upward, I'm gonna do them not all at once, but so we're gonna go big problems, big wins. Thank you, Jorge. Yes, there is print on demand. I think a 2 is also big problem. Yeah, big problems, big wins. And the last year, big problems, big wins. So this guy's life is tumultuous. All right. So first, odd or even? We are an odd. So took a hit. Fifth year. Took a hit. And sixth year. Can we round out on a high note? Yes, we can. Got to win. Are scribbly Post Malone face tattoos cyberpunkish? No, they're just ridiculous. They're just dumb. Cyberpunky tattoos are things like, roses covering one's arms, back, chest, whatever. Of course, you've got the classic Japanese style of tattoos, Chinese, that sort of thing. It is never, I fell asleep, my kid found a tattoo needle and a magic marker that is the current look. All right, so let's see here. We've rolled our dice for those three. Big problem, first big problem, big win is a disaster. So let's see what that one is. That is an 8, hunted by the law. Roll a d10. Breaking the law, breaking the law. Dun, dun. So hunted by local cops. That's neat, Jack. The life path for Star Trek. I mean, it's got to be a little bit nicer than this. What are you going to do about it? What are we going to do about this? Because we got to figure out what to do about it, and which I forgot to do for the others. So let's go ahead and roll that one here. We can hit the others. 8. Get what's rightfully yours. And for my friend above who was tragically unalived, we are going to get what's rightfully ours. I don't know how that's going to help, but all right, so that fifth year, the fifth year was 2. Imprisonment. They caught up to us. You've been imprisoned or possibly held hostage. I think prison. Roll 1d10 for length of imprisonment in months. We were in prison for 7 months. And what we're going to do about it, if this is get what's rightfully ours, I mean, that is the vaguest. Save, if possible, anyone else in the situation. I will get you out of here, my friend. I will not stop fighting until I can get you out. Okay. But we did wrap up on a good year. You get lucky. 9. Local booster gang likes you. Equivalent of family SA at +2. So there we go. There we go. The mental picture I have painted of this poor guy, I mean, his life is tragedy, and I absolutely love it. Yes, Robert Phillips, you got it exactly right. Look in my eyes. Look at me. Look at me. I am the captain now. So there we go. We have our life path down. We've done our friends and enemies. We've done our romantic life. Tasks and skills. Most of the time, your character will be able to do most ordinary things without difficulty. Walk, talk, open a can of protein, food complex 35 without gagging. But certain things will require that the character makes a skill check to see if he can actually do what he wanted to do. Ref set difficulties. Each task is rated by the referee from easy to nearly impossible. And each rating has a corresponding difficult numerical value called the difficulty. And then there they are. Easy is 10 plus, average is 15 plus, difficult is 20 plus, very difficult is 25 plus, and nearly impossible is 30 plus. All right, well, let's take a look then. So that's basically how those things work. That is an illustration straight out of Cyberpunk 2013. Mike left it so much it made it into 2020. So let's look at skills. So the number of skills, starting skills. There are 2 types of starting skills: career skill packages and pickup skills. The career skill package is a group of skills that are known by your character as part of his or her career. They're basics. Rockers know how to play instruments. A solo knows how to shoot guns. A starting character receives 40 points to distribute among his 10 character skills. He may not use these points on his pickup skills, although he can choose to use future improvement points to improve a character's skill at any later time. He does not have to put points into all of his career skills, but it's a good idea. You never know. All right, let's take a look at the package for a solo. So we have 40 points to put into these for a solo. Everybody solo! All right, so as a solo, we have combat sense, awareness notice, handgun, Brawling martial arts. Melee. Weapons tech. Rifle. Athletics. SMG and stealth. Okay. And we have 40 points to distribute amongst those. Combat sense, combat sense, combat sense. I'm taking that combat sense at 8. I'm taking awareness notice at 4. Now let's make it 5. Handgun is at 3. Brawling martial arts, I'm not even going to bother with how weak this guy is. Melee, same. Weapons tech, he's got to keep them in good working order, so we're taking a 7 there. So we're at, let's see, that's 15, 23. Rifle, we're going to take a 5. That's 28. Athletics, we're going to do a 3. SMG is a 4 and stealth is a 6. Let me make sure I got the points. So that's 10, 20, 30, 41. So I'm going to bring stealth down. All right, so our skills are combat sense 8, awareness notice 5, handgun 3, brawling martial arts 0, melee 0, weapons tech 7, rifle 5, athletics 3, SMG 4, and stealth of 5. And there's our master skill list. Now, many of these are modified by the stat that you have. So if we go in and we look at combat sense is modified by our stat of, where is it? Come on. May not be modified. It is not. So awareness notice is modified by our int, and our int is 4. So our awareness notice is +4. Handgun is reflexes, and our reflexes are also 4. Oh, is it modified by intelligence? It is. I'm sorry. No, I don't see it down there. Anyway, so that is +4 modifier. Brawling is reflexes, so 0 +4. Melee also. Weapons tech. That is my tech skill. Rifle is +4. Athletics is +2, I think. SMG is +4. And stealth is +4. So it's not that bad of a character, depending on how your game master's feeling, right? Pickup skills are skills that characters learned in the course of knocking around, living his or her life. Characters determine these starting points by adding their reflex and intelligence skills. Well, our intelligence is 4 and our reflex is 4. So pickup skills. Pickup skill points may not be used to increase your character skills. So we have 8 points to spend on pickup skills. Eight points on pickup skills. I'm gonna take jury rig. Which is this general repair skill allows a techie to temporarily repair or alter anything for 1 to 6 turns per level of skill. This is not a permanent repair. After the elapsed time, the jury rig will break down. So we're going to take jury rig of 2. Family. I'm going to take some family. Family of 2. This is the ability to call upon the resources and help on any of the members of the nomad's large extended tribal family, which I think would fit this guy under circumstances very well. Anyone else who was living on that corporate agri farm with him, who escaped with him. Let's give him a little bit of net running. What do you say? You guys want to give him some net running? I think some net running, yeah. Give him a net running of 1. Hasn't had time to sit down behind a computer. So that leaves us 3 skill points. And let's see. Hmm. 3 points left. Oh, let's do some wilderness survival. Let's do a couple of wilderness survival. After breaking out of that AgriCorp's compound, he had to learn how not to eat the wrong things. So we got a point left. And if anybody wants to super to pick the 1 point we've got left, that's fine. Let's see. And there are points requirements for some of this. I don't know, I'm kind of like an archery. Maybe archery at 1? Yeah, we'll do that. So he's weak in the stat area, but I feel like he's kind of rich in the in other ways. The outfit. Gotta buy equipment, right? Me Have Stick computer game release in 2077. You count on that, Lux. Section 5, getting fitted for the future. A typical outfit might include an inflatable bed, compressible down sleep bag, wads to the side of a paperback book, micro stereo compo, a micro-sized boombox with stereo speakers, or headphones, possibly CD, chip, tape player, and TV, certainly radio. You mean a mobile phone, Mike? I can't pick. The game was written in 1994. Handful of tapes or data chips, flash drives, SD cards, sure. Laptop or pocket computer, see above. Cyber modem, cables for net runners, pocket cell phone. The phone is bought, the service is rented by the month. There we go. Handgun, knife, or both. Possibly an assault rifle or SMG and a couple of backups as well. Always extra ammo. Body armor. Personal things like clothes, toothbrushes, etc. Most of this is crammed into a shoulder bag or duffel sack. Most cyberpunk characters aren't much for settling down. Rocker boys always have the next gig. Solos have to keep moving. The next job requires it, and you keep moving anyway before your enemies figure out where you're sleeping these days. Cops, netrunners, medias, and techies are always on the move, on the stakeouts, hard stories, or running from the various people you've brought down on yourself with your net running. Nomads, well, they don't have homes to start with, and what good is it if you can't cram it on the back of your bike anyway? Even a corporate may find himself living in a coffin in the Tokyo airport if times get tough. The point is, a computer society makes it easy for people to live like campers all the time. Why should you have to go home to listen to your favorite music when you can carry your CD player with you? Missing phone calls and hate answering machines? You carry your phone with you and plug into the cellular network, making your business calls on the run from your favorite restaurant or while driving your car. Why bother with cooking when you can grab something quick from 100 fast food stores? Why keep clothes when you can use them till they wear out? Then buy new ones. You'll rent a sleeping cube for the night, put up your personal stuff, and blow out in the morning. Remember, the future is disposable. The key to any cyberpunk game is thinking cyberpunk. Think rootless and mobile. You don't know where you're sleeping tonight, and you don't care. You've got a bed in your bag, some tunes in your pocket, some cash for food, and a gun to make sure no one takes anything away from you. So how much do you start with? Well, that depends on your job. A job? Yeah, even in the dark future, you got to pay the bills. I'm not saying that word. It's not bad. It's just dumb. And because you want a job, because it's a real short slip between being able to eat real pack and fresh veggies and being reduced to eating kibble and living in a filthy flop cube. How good a job you currently have is based on the level of your special ability. For example, a rocker with charismatic leadership of 2 isn't going to draw crowds like Carrie Eurodyne. This means he'll be reduced to playing gigs wherever he can get them. Sleazoid dives, bar mitzvahs, weddings, bar fights, you name it. Take a quick jump to the occupation table on page 58. Find your role or the role close to it, cross-reference it to your current special ability level, and that'll give you your monthly salary. Multiply this amount by 1d6 divided by 3, 1 or 2, to determine the number of months you've currently been employed, and that gives you the total cash you start with. So our special ability is $2,000 a month, and we roll 1d6 and divide it by 3. 1 month. So we have 2,000. We have 2,000 euros to start with. $2,000 Bezos. And we can't carry a bunch of stuff anyway, so Mike goes big in on encumbrance. So we have 2,000. And then there's the cost. We can have a budget arms C13, a light auto pistol. So Let's go with a Federated Arms 9mm. And that is 250. Ooh, that got expensive fast. Let's talk about body armor. Like, we're not meleeing. So we've got a couple of handguns. Oh, and we got to have the obligatory cyberpunk looking guns. I kind of prefer these. I always rather liked just saying, just pick the guns out of there because these are ridiculous. And we're going with Kevlar t-shirt and vest. It's not that expensive. That's $90. Let's get some smart goggles. Which, I mean, ultimately, aren't those just AR glasses? A linear frame. Some powered armor, please. That's in a different book. And then we've got just a ton of gear listed here, which we could spend all night going through that, but I'm not going to, because that is essentially the basics of making a Cyberpunk 2020 character. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. So we have Barney. Barney is 23 years old. He is African, from a Central African Republic that has since ceased to exist. And the only affectation he has is mirror shades. His family was in a pirate fleet, and I, as the game master and both creator of the character, have determined that they were basically out there trying to stop Hydro, like Agricorps from China, basically just saying, well, we're creating a hydro farm right here, and if you live here, too bad. And so they passed away because of warfare. The rest of his brothers and sisters were imprisoned. He alone escaped. His childhood was spent on that corporate-controlled farm. He has a younger sibling who likes him. He's rebellious, antisocial, and violent. He values a public figure the most. People are untrustworthy to him. He doesn't trust anyone easily. His most valued possession is a letter. He actually got that back from Johnny Silverhand. He made a friend, a female coworker, partner along the way when he first took up the mercenary life. She was killed. He knows who did it, and he's going to get what's rightfully his. He did have a happy love affair once. He was imprisoned by local cops for 7 months, but he's going to get what's rightfully his again. However, a local booster gang likes him, so he can call on them for a favor if he needs. And he's decided to become a solo. He's got combat sense of 8, awareness notice of 5 plus 4, handgun of 3 plus 4. Not really into martial arts and brawling, but he gets a plus 4 on them anyway. Weapons tech 7 plus 3, rifle 5 plus 4, athletics 3 plus 2, SMG 4 plus 4, stealth 5 plus 4. He can jury rig something. He has 2 points in jury rig, 2 points in family, 1 point in net running, 2 points in wilderness survival, and a point of archery. He has a light auto pistol, a Federated Arms 9mm, Kevlar t-shirt and vest, and smart goggles. And that is our character, Barney. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this journey of going through and rolling them up. I think you guys will find that the life path system is actually pretty cool. Now, Vaughn asks, what is the Chromebooks that I mentioned? Chromebooks are gear catalogs. They're not just physical gear, like things you can pick up and carry, new armor and that sort of thing. There's cyberware, new body modifications. There's, let's see, all new software. If your character is a hacker, there's new types of software in them. Definitely inure yourself on Gibson's work, Neil Stephenson. People cite Neil Stephenson as being a big voice in cyberpunk. The Diamond Age and Snow Crash are fantastic cyberpunk works, but to the best of my knowledge, they're really the only cyberpunk works he put out. What else? Like I said, Gibson's The Bridge trilogy, Gibson's Sprawl trilogy, Burning Chrome. If you just want to wet your feet, get Burning Chrome. It contains Johnny Mnemonic, the titular module, fragments of a hologram rose, which a lot of people overlook, and they shouldn't, but it is also seminal cyberpunk work. So that is definitely what I recommend, and I hope I hope you guys have really enjoyed going down and building a character in Cyberpunk 2020. This was clearly not a deep dive into how Cyberpunk 2020 works. Maybe someday, Friday nights, Sci-Fi Fridays. Thank you, Jack Photon, for that suggestion. Maybe one of these Fridays we'll switch over and do some Cyberpunk 2020. I don't know. We'll have to see. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you've just stopped by for the first time, if the YouTube algorithm sent you here, please click that subscribe button, click the bell icon for notifications. It's always super helpful. If you want to support the channel, you can become a Patreon member, where at the $10 level, we are going to be providing, starting at the end of this month, you are going to be getting a first edition advanced Dungeons and Dragons module ready to run, ready to go. Just slide that right into your campaign. I think you guys will enjoy it. You can buy us a coffee, just however you want to do it. At any rate, everybody, have a lovely evening. Oh, and before I forget, of course, I want to thank our sponsors, who, of course, again, are Hellebarde Games. Hellebarde makes the kind of adventures that they'd like to play, whether it's for Castles and Crusades, for 5th edition, or for the OSR. Old School is in play at the table with Hellebarde Games, and you can check them out on their website, hellebardegames.com, or on DriveThruRPG. So until next time, guys, be good to each other, and I'm going to see y'all tomorrow night when we're going to play some sci-fi, not Cyberpunk, but rather we're going to be playing Gamma World, and I think you guys should enjoy that. Until then, be good to each other, God bless, and I'll see you then, and keep looking for the owlbear.
Have you seen my owlbear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere, in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owlbear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around, some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. ride a crooked horse without a saddle, way off course. Naked as a toad, all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.